At 1:07 a.m., her message hit like a blade. Don't wait for me tonight. No explanation. No emoji softening the blow. Just 10 cold words glowing on a cracked phone screen. For a few seconds, my brain refused to process it. My thumb hovered above the glass, trembling slightly. The house was silent except for the refrigerator's low hum, a sound suddenly too loud, too present. I stared at her text again, feeling my pulse tick against my throat. She had never sent anything like that. Not once in our 7 years together. Something primal twisted inside me, fear, confusion, and a sharp sting of humiliation that made my stomach clench. I typed back, "Are you okay? Where are you?" 3 dots appeared, blinked, disappeared. Nothing. The room felt colder. The shadows longer. Every tiny sound seemed amplified, the tick of the wall clock, the whisper of wind against the siding. It all pressed in on me as if the house already knew something I didn't. I'd been suspicious for weeks, subtle shifts in her routine, small changes in her tone, the way she'd started smiling at her phone instead of at me. But I kept telling myself I was overthinking, projecting stress from work, being paranoid. Love makes you excellent at lying to yourself. But tonight, denial felt impossible. My hand moved on its own. I opened our security app, the one tied to the driveway camera. If she wasn't coming home, why had she told me to leave the porch light on before she left? Why had she kissed my cheek so gently, almost guiltily? The live feed loaded. My breath froze. Her car wasn't alone. Parked behind it was a dark sedan I didn't recognize. Inside it, barely visible, 2 silhouettes leaned close, too close. My vision tunneled, a ringing starting in my ears. I swallowed hard, forcing myself to keep watching, needing truth even if it shattered me. When the passenger door opened, a man stepped out. Tall. Confident. He moved toward our house with a familiarity that made my chest ache. Then she followed him, my wife, her hair tied back the way she did when she wanted to look effortless. She said something to him. He laughed quietly, softly, intimately. I couldn't breathe. I took a screenshot. My fingers were shaking so violently I nearly dropped the phone. For a moment, I just stared at the picture, her smile directed at another man, her body angled toward him as if drawn by gravity. My heart cracked with a dull, heavy sound only I could hear. I sent the photo to her with a single line. "Don't wait for me either." 5 seconds later, she called. I didn't answer. She called again. And again. I watched her name flash across the screen, fury and heartbreak colliding so violently inside me I felt nauseous. Eventually, I picked up, more out of exhaustion than curiosity. "Daniel, listen, please." Her voice was breathless, frantic. "Who is he?" My voice came out strangely calm, like it belonged to someone observing the moment from far away. It's not what it looked like." "Then tell me what it is." Silence. A painful, stretching silence. Then she whispered, "I was going to tell you. I swear. I just didn't know how." Something inside me snapped. "You brought him here," I said. "To our home." "I'm sorry." Her voice cracked. "I didn't think you'd be awake." That line, so careless, so revealing, punched the air from my lungs. I ended the call. The quiet that followed felt like a grave being filled. But the twist came 2 minutes later, another notification. A message not from her, but from him. "Daniel, I need to explain. She told me you were separated. I didn't know she still lived with you. I swear." A second message arrived instantly. "And I'm not the only one she's been seeing." The room spun. Everything I thought I knew about my marriage collapsed in an instant, replaced by something jagged and unrecognizable. And in that raw, echoing silence, I realized the truth that hurt more than betrayal itself. I hadn't lost her tonight. I'd already lost her long before.